and David Carr on Thursday evening.
All right.
That'll be one to see.
Yeah.
And next up, we're going to jump to 174 pounds, MJ Gaitan and Cade Schmidt.
Gaitan and Schmidt coming up here.
Yep, Gaitan, a redshirt freshman, also out of Temecula, California. Schmidt, a junior out of Norwalk, Iowa. Two Schmidt brothers wrestling for Iowa State now. Cade and his brother Carter. Carter's is a senior this year. He's been with Iowa State all along. And Cade Schmidt actually started as a football player at Northern Iowa and then transferred in.
Nice.
MJ just has a gas tank on him. He does not let up. I think the fans are really gonna like him, as he progresses here as a Cyclone, and gets bigger, gets used to wrestling these big matches. We saw him. We saw him at Night of Conflict take Aiden Riggins. Really, a lot of people were surprised by MJ Gaitan.
And the thing
that's
is,
Riggins, and he's high power, and one guy I'm excited to watch.
Well, he's dangerous too because you never know when he's going to throw that explosive move, and so we saw that last year in the Wrestle-Offs here.
Last year, the guys that excited me the most watching just their style was MJ and Swiderski.
Yep.
Both these guys really are, what Iowa State wants. They want to keep these matches exciting, and those are the two guys that come to mind right now that can really change the landscape of
about winning and entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both.
Those two guys, and I'm going to add one to you, Tony, and that's Feldkamp at 84, the Clarion transfer, because
he's a scoring machine too.
He just watching matches of his last year was just.
MJ's up 6-1, minute 40 seconds to go in the first period. Minute 2 seconds of riding time here for MJ.
Got about 200 people watching the Wrestle-Offs here.
Appreciate you chiming in here. I Wrestle. Thanks, Tony, for all you do for I Wrestle.
200,000. Wasn't that what you said? 200,000 people watching today?
200,000 would be amazing.
That'd be a great number. Great number.
That's right, man. Move over, NFL.
You guys would be getting a raise if we had
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
You could double our pay. Hey.
Anything's a raise, right, in wrestling. So 9-2, a minute and 2 seconds go in the first period. Minute 17 seconds of riding time here for your Temecula, California. Not the first Temecula prep we've seen here today out of California. So good job, MJ.
So I talked about Cade Schmidt from Norwalk, a junior this year.
A Warrior.
He played football at UNI and then transferred to Iowa State to wrestle. He was here last season. He posted an 8-12 record wrestling in open tournaments for Iowa State last season.
Norwalk Warrior, just south of the metro there, down by Des Moines, Iowa. So Norwalk's produced some good wrestlers over the years. It's neat to see a wrestler in multiple sports, too. They can. Boy said they're the best athletes in the world.
Absolutely.
So. They're always in great shape. MJ really fighting for his major maybe here.
Yep.
Just
we're
still in the first period, but a lot of points being scored here. Schmidt fighting the takedown here at the edge of the mat with just 10 seconds to go. MJ gets the takedown. So another 3 points there, 12-3. He secured the major. I shouldn't say he used the word secure necessarily, but he's got the major for now. With a minute and 19 seconds to go. Our riding time, just 6 seconds to go.
Yeah.
In the first period. A lot of points in this.
A lot of points.
Wow, they just been pulling the trigger. Iowa State looks good. Their cardio looks good. I mean, there's a lot of activity going on.
Yeah, there's nobody really sucking wind or anything out there.
I mean, kids are really going after a lot of points being scored. Helps to be able to score them 3 at a time also, as we've mentioned in the past. So,
I think that has helped these guys, this program. Just you see a difference in Iowa State wrestling. It's like just the quality in the room overall. Yeah. Not just the starters, but the guys that are in the room that are trying to get this spot. I mean, Iowa State just hasn't had that, and it just continues to get better every year, right? Up and down in all these weight classes. They got guys that are pushing those starters now. They're just not the the starters. I mean, I think safe to say though with this program, this team right now is we have a pretty good idea who are going to be a lot of the starters, but it doesn't say that there's those guys that are just neck and neck with the starters, right?
There's going to be a few, Tony, Thursday that could determine it still. Absolutely. Thursday. Well, and then also with the open tournament action as well. Big takedown again there for MJ.
We'll be
15-4 now.
We will be streaming actually the Grandview Open, where I think a lot of these red shirts will be. So if you did subscribe to this today, you will be able to get that Grandview Open. I think 16 mats. I think we're gonna have at that sucker. So lots of wrestling that you get to watch.
Lots of wrestling.
Out to the Iowa State Fairgrounds.
That's actually going to be at the Ignite building in Grimes.
Oh, cool.
They moved there last year.
Nice. Okay.
They were at Southeast Polk for a while.
Yep.
I remember that.
Yeah, so building's a little different, but it's
nice facility.
Not very many places you can get 15, 16 mats.
It's hard to get them in there. That's right. Take up a lot of space. MJ up now 15-5, 45 seconds to go. The second period, 2 minutes and 13 seconds of riding time. So Schmidt out of Norwalk, Iowa's got his work cut out for him. But we saw it in the last couple matches. You get a couple takedowns at the end. You can go 3, 6, 9 points real quick, getting them 3 at a time. So, but MJ doesn't look like he's slowing down any, though. Real impressed with his cardio.
He's just on him. I mean, just hands are on him. First whistle blows, he's the one that goes forward.
You know, Iowa State's going to open dual meet action this year on the 5th of November. That's a Sunday, and versus Cleveland State out in Massillon, Ohio.
Okay.
Perry High School, I believe that's where David Carr went to school. And then their first home meet. Hang on, these guys might land in our laps.
Getting close.
Not close. First home meet on Sunday, November 12th, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. at Hilton Coliseum against Davidson. So we see lots of cars that night. Because the head coach Davidson is Nate Carr Jr., former Iowa State wrestler, assistant coach there, Marcus Coleman. So
sweet.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. So some old friends back in town.
Marcus Coleman coming back to his home stomping grounds.
Yep.
Man, he had some great. His senior year was that a blast to watch?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
So
Aaron Brooks at Penn State.
Yep.
In a match.
Nate Carr Jr. just did a really good job when he transitioned from a competitor to a coach. Done a great job, and now at Davidson, and you know, that helping that program to get stronger and stronger. And
Nate Carr Jr. got to watch. I remember doing play-by-play on his exhibition match or Wrestle-Off match too back in the day.
Yep. You know, going to get a lot of opportunities to see these guys. Obviously, you can stream that away meet versus Cleveland State through various sources. But then, you know, here at home versus Davidson on the 12th, November 19th, Iowa State takes on Wisconsin up at Humboldt, Iowa, in the annual duel up at Humboldt.
Kevin Dresser's hometown.
Yep, going to get to see another couple of Iowa State guys, Chris Bono and John Reeder.
Yep,
back for that.
Former national champs for Iowa State Cyclones. Big takedown there for MJ right now, 18-5 now. 55 seconds to go in the third period. Yep. 2 minutes, 21 seconds riding time, Jeff.
And then the other big opportunity you're going to get to see Iowa State is on Sunday, November 26th, right over in Hilton Coliseum. Going to take on the Hawkeyes from Iowa, University of Iowa. So,
I've heard of them.
Yeah, so that'll be a big dual match as well. So some really good dual meets early in the season. And then what I think is really exciting this year, they're going to go back to the Cliff Keen Las Vegas Invitational. There's a lot of really good. That'll give everybody a really good feel for where our guys are at that point in time.
Takedown and back points there. Wow, 6-pointer, 25-6 all of a sudden. Those takedowns with back points are huge. Big win there for MJ.